hello to your knowledgeable friends at Olmsted Village Hardware. They'll introduce you to a selection of fall fertilizer products that will nurture your lawn and vegetation and keep your grounds thriving as temperatures moderate. Longing for a landscaping upgrade? Ask our experts to show you a variety of mulch and pine bark nuggets. Cooler weather means it's a great time for outdoor chefs. Our True Value store on Central Park Avenue, just off Highway 211 and next door to Lowe's Foods, features a Grill Master showroom where you can choose from traditional, flat top, and electric grills. As favorite recipes sizzle, get cozy by treating the family to a new fire pit. Gather round in Polywood chairs that you'll find next door at Olmsted Patio. Furnishings by Home Decor Poly are available in 30 custom colors and come with 20-year warranties. Olmsted Village Hardware, open 7 days a week, plus shop online for bargains on tools, paint, and household products.
At Aloha Safari Park, you can experience the thrill of the savannah from the comfort of your own vehicle. Cruise through their drive-through park and encounter majestic animals like zebras, water buffaloes, bears, wolves, and more. And don't forget to come inside once your ride is over to explore all the other animals Aloha Safari Park has. Plus, get your chance to feed the animals like giraffes. Open Wednesday through Monday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Let your wild adventure begin at Aloha Safari Park, 159 Minnie Lane in Cameron.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
This is Steve Woodward teeing off. In the hamlet of Pine Bluff, in southernmost Moore County, citizens on Tuesday re-elected Mayor Ronald McDonald. In stark contrast to the iconic clown who delighted Happy Meal-loving kids, Pine Bluff's Mr. McDonald managed to draw the wrath of fellow citizens even as he ran unopposed for another mayoral term. Following the devastating assassination of young conservative Charlie Kirk last September, citizens gathered to mourn Kirk's tragic fate. One such vigil was coordinated in the village of Pinehurst by Moore County Republican women. Residents joined elected servants in prayer and song to honor Kirk and a life rooted in Christian faith. McDonald declined his invitation, saying he was not a fan of Kirk or his beliefs. During a town meeting, Pine Bluff residents harshly rebuked McDonald, with one saying the mayor had cast a shadow over their town. Social media posts followed, and a Raleigh TV station reported on backlash toward McDonald. Worth knowing about Pine Bluff, Democrats are far outnumbered by Republicans and unaffiliateds. On Election Day, unopposed McDonald won with just 2/3 of the vote. 32% represented write-in votes. Some wrote in Charlie Kirk. I'm Steve Woodward, emphatically teed off.
With a dry cold front passing today, we'll see dry and comfortable conditions throughout your Thursday, chillier temperatures into your Friday morning, then warmer this weekend ahead of very chilly temperatures to start next week. We start with temperatures at around 50 for your Thursday with clear skies, then highs will reach the mid-60s this afternoon, and we'll see plenty of sunshine. Lows Friday morning will sit in the upper 30s and low 40s with clear skies, then highs Friday will reach to around 70 with plenty of sunshine. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Nacho Day. Who knew there was such a thing?
Actually, I also love nachos so much.
This show is troubling.
No, it's layered like nachos.
Yeah.
Nacho!
Let's make nachos! Nachos, nachos, nachos!
Nacho, Nacho Man.
Happy National Nachos Day.
It's showtime.
That I ever knew, but I don't care for sugar, honey.
Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams along with Stephen Woodward this morning. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, LeaderMan. Good morning, everybody, on this thoughtful Thursday in the Sandhills.
Don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on the live audio and video streams. Both of those are available at our homepage on our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or weeb990.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says on the air, listen live. Click that once and you're listening to our broadcast signal. If you go to the middle of the page where the sentence reads, watch live video or replay of Mornings with the LeaderMan, click that, and then on today's date, then you're watching us do it live. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. Well, it's going to be a rather nice day today. Let's see here. For today, it'll look for sunny skies, 65 for a high. Tonight, clear and 40. Tomorrow, more sunshine, warmer, 72. That's about perfect. Then for Saturday, mostly sunny, 76 for a high. Sunday, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a high near 75. And as we start the week next week, sunny with a high of 47 for Monday. That's a big change there. And then on Tuesday, sunny and 50. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are, let's see what the winds are. Calm, pressure 3016, 2.48, humidity 83%. We have sunny skies and 53 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right. Gwen Stefani, I believe that is. Walking on Broken Glass. No, that's Annie Lennox. I'm sorry. It is 7:35, 35 past the hour on this Thumping Thursday. Glad you made us a part of your day. All righty. Here's a little interesting tidbit for you. Let me call this thing up here. There it is. Tidbit, come here. All right. There's always something ticking me off. Here we go. No. What did I do with it, Stevie?
I'm glad this isn't an air traffic control tower.
Yeah, really. James Webb Space Telescope, you probably heard of that, has just delivered its most unbelievable discovery yet. Deep scans of the interstellar object called 31 Atlas has revealed something no one expected: biological signatures, not chemicals that could support life, actual markers that suggest life is already on board. Spectral analysis picked up compounds only produced by living systems. These are not background noises or mineral artifacts. The patterns are structured, rhythmic, and consist across multiple layers of the object. What's more, internal heat readings suggest compartments within 31 Atlas that are maintaining stable temperatures, as if something inside is regulating its own environment and is not drifting aimlessly. The trajectory has changed. 31 Atlas is now slowly but steadily shifting course towards Earth. Scientists are stunned. No natural object should behave in this way. It's traveling with precision, emitting strange pulses, and now shows signs of life. Agencies around the world are scrambling for answers, but no one is making official statements. Behind the scenes, multiple observations have gone into high alert. Some researchers believe that 31 Atlas may be a vessel, a kind of interstellar ark, not just carrying organic material, but possibly protecting it. There's no evidence yet of intelligence, but the coordinated signals, the heat zones, and now the biological traces raise a chilling question. Is something inside watching us back? This could be the beginning of the most important chapter in human history, not just proof we are not alone, but the moment that we met what's been crossing the stars to find us. So there. Interesting enough.
So we're all doomed?
No, it's just saying there's, according to the radio readings back from it, that or coming from it, that there's a signature there that possibly is some form of life.
Oh, okay.
Whether it be bacteria or something
Well,
else.
the New Yorkers elected a moderate life form on Tuesday.
There you go.
So maybe his people are coming to join him.
Question asked and answered now.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, well, let's dive into some sound bites this morning and see if we can make your day a little better. Starbucks unveiled their new holiday cups. Oh, boy. But most are obsessed with their barista cup that costs a whole $30. Here's the jingle for the new cup.
It's the season for giving your paycheck away. For a glass bear cup, that's more than okay. Just $30 to sip some foam. 'Cause nothing says festive like a second mortgage loan.
The Starbucks Barista Cold Cup, because who needs retirement savings when you can drink out of a bear?
Starbucks, where your wallet hibernates.
All right. Well, it was a big day in Odessa, Texas, at the grand opening of a Bass Pro Shop when a couple of guys got into a fight while in line for the restroom. For some reason, there's a second fight that breaks out a short distance away. Here's some of the chaos. From the looks of some, tensions might have been high, worrying the store might run out of XXX t-shirts. Okay, enough of that.
Boy, they sound very, normal and stable and happy, and like they've just come from the Wednesday Bible study, maybe.
All right, we're going to play a little game with you, Stephen. Test your musical knowledge. This is not some obscure song.
Which you already know is very limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone made, let's play this mystery sound, and you tell us what you think it is. Get some time spent listening, it out, then here it comes. Okay, here's your mystery sound.
Sounds like Nancy Pelosi at a press conference. But
no, it made more sense than that.
And so I'm supposed to take those sounds and come up with a song title?
Well, I'll even play the song for you, all that came from.
Okay.
Let me yank it down a little ways.
So she ran into the bedroom. She was struck down. It was her room. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
I know you've heard that before.
Yeah, while I was
Just
having
give me the artist, I'll give you credit.
Sounds like something you ought to listen to while you're having a colonoscopy. Is it Michael Jackson?
It is Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Called Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal?
Yeah.
Oh, well, a tribute to Hunter Biden, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, that first sound you heard was all the, I guess, personality coming out of it, in a way. You know, here it is, part of it again. All the music removed.
Yeah, that just shows you that maybe Michael Jackson was not the towering musical talent that we thought he was.
Well, that's what made him great in the eyes of song critics, is that all that emotion pours into the song.
Mm-hmm. And no animals were endangered during the taping of that song.
Correct.
Just so you know.
The monkey viewed it from Michael's shoulder.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's check out the late night Unique Boys, Colbert, Myers, and Palin from last night.
A Utah man dropped a 1,900-pound pumpkin onto his Geo Metro, causing the Geo Metro to significantly increase in value.
The largest healthcare provider in Maine has issued an apology after mistakenly sent letters to more than 500 living patients that said they were dead. Dibs, yelled Stephen King.
TikTok just announced their first ever award show, and they're airing it on Tubi. TikTok was like, how can we take something everyone is on and show it on something nobody is on?
Gwyneth Paltrow has unveiled this year's Goop holiday gift guide, and includes a $1,300 naughty advent calendar stocked with a red silk blindfold, 20 feet of black French bondage rope, gold-plated handcuffs, and restraint tape. Reminds me of that classic Christmas song, I saw Mommy ball gag Santa Claus.
All right, well, they probably, with a staff of 50 for each one of them, that's their cream of the crop jokes for last night, costing about $50,000 per joke.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
you wonder why they're losing money left and right.
Yeah, left, mostly to the left, but that's another story. And I've never heard of Tubi before.
That's
a streaming
TV platform,
streaming network.
Yeah,
Tubi,
full of commercials.
TikTok on Tubi, with texting on Twitchy. Yeah, I see that the decline of civilization continues apace.
Yeah, it does. All right. Today is National Men Make a Dinner Day. You do the cooking at home ever?
Sure.
Do you?
I'm quite capable, as a
You're
matter.
a culinary expert.
Well, I'm culinary literate. Yeah, I mean,
if you can boil water, you're better than me. But.
I can create some very nice meals, both in the kitchen and also on the flat top grill outdoors.
Well, the assumption is that men are not taught to make meals like women were. So, no offense to the many men who do cook it up. Let me put that in the background there.
Well, my wife has got a headache, and she asked if I could cook. I've heard of Betty Crocker, but I've never read the book. I thought moving the grill inside was all it really took. Now the kids have run for cover, and the dog's afraid to look. I'm a man, give me some spam and a pan, and I'll fry it up. I'm a man, I'd rather go through the drive-thru and pick some up.
That's for the people, the men who don't cook.
And the 1800s called, and they want their assumptions back. Okay.
All right. Well, pretty much abreast of what the headlines are, but what about the not headline news?
This is not headline news. Today is National Men Make Dinner Day. Just so you guys know, it's red wine that pairs best with SpaghettiOs. According to a new survey, the average Thanksgiving will have 9 guests and 3 fights about the Super Bowl halftime show. Oprah released her annual favorite things list. Number 1, money. A Florida teacher came to school high on cocaine. Kids were suspicious when movie day was Scarface. And Tom Petty's Malibu mansion sold for $11 million. Now the real estate agents would like you to know, don't come around here no more. This is not headline news.
All right, another headline news. Kim Kardashian says she uses ChatGPT to study for law exams. It's an example of artificial intelligence helping no intelligence.
Yeah, no kidding. How do you infuse something artificial into something that is, dare I say it, unable to receive it?
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Wow.
A movie based on Monster Mash song is in the works. As for Monster Hash, you can find that anytime inside Woody Harrelson's pipe. Sydney Sweeney didn't bother listening to the controversy around her American Eagle ad. It would have been impossible to hear anyway over the sound of millions of men panting.
Well, now let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But why was that controversial? Oh, yeah, I remember now. Because Democrat women who don't wash their hair or wear any makeup were angry that she looked so nice. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Jelly Roll has lost so much weight, people are calling him Veggie Roll. And they're calling his XX Skin Parachute. He was at 500 pounds. He's down to 320 right now.
Wow. Ready for the Olympic high hurdles competition.
Yeah, he's lost almost 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is a good achievement.
Sure.
Gracie Abrams and Hoosier will appear in the new Manford & Son album. If this gets you excited, you are definitely white. Iron Maiden will tour with Megadeth and Anthrax. It's the hottest ticket in town as long as that town is Leisure World.
Or Seizure World, as some like to call it.
Las Vegas will get Mariah Carey residency for Christmas. It will also offer a 3-for-1 deal on prostitutes called the Ho 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 Special.
Okay, well, let's all race to Las Vegas for that. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, Miss Idaho may want to join in.
Tom Petty's Malibu mansion just sold for $11 million. So to all you prospective buyers still stopping by, don't come around here no mo. Several Miss Universe contestants walked out of an event after one of the officials called Miss Mexico dumb. The head of the pageant says contestants must be treated with respect and dignity until the swimsuit competition.
But boom, give me a rim shot there.
I can't get it up that quick. The rim shot. Oprah released her annual favorite things list. Number 1, money. And FIFA has announced the creation of the FIFA Peace Prize. The first one will be awarded at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. So congrats, President Trump. You're getting a participation trophy.
You know what FIFA stands for?
FIFA.
FIFA, yeah. It stands for Fédération Internationale Football Association, I think.
If you say so.
Yeah.
All righty. Remember last holiday season when Coca-Cola got huge backlash for their Christmas ad made by AI? Well, they're doing it again.
Of course they are.
And they even posted a behind-the-scenes video on how they are made. The kicker, even those voices explaining the process sound AI. Here is part of it.
The big question is probably how a tiny team, like 5 specialists, how they managed to churn out and carefully refine over 70,000 video clips in just 30 days. That level of precision suggests the team had to go way beyond just simple prompting. It basically starts with generative image models, then it moves into these video models for the actual animation. What we used to fix at the end, we're now building right from the start.
Giving creatives more freedom, speed, and control than ever before.
Okay, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, happy National Nacho Day. That's from RRR to help us celebrate the day. Meanwhile, Google says Christmas music searches are way up. Question becomes, when does Christmas music start on the radio? Is the top trending search over the past week. A new report this week found over 24 stations around the U.S. switched over to playing, or at least start playing, all Christmas music this past weekend. There are stations out there, particularly ones with low ratings, that will switch to all Christmas music in an effort to at least pick up that audience of those that like it playing all day long.
And, you know, people are already decorating their homes with the gaudy Christmas stuff. Most of it having nothing to do with the birth of Christ and everything to do with reindeers and fat Santas. And
well, there are two types of Christmas songs, you know.
It's beginning to look
the ones, like you said, broken out into the fun songs and the religious songs.
Listening once again.
Who is that singing?
Candy canes and silver lanes aglow.
Burl Ives.
You know better than that.
It's beginning. Bing Crosby.
I knew you were going to say that. No, it's actually Perry Como.
Perry Como.
Yeah. I would have said Bing too, had I not had the answer in front of me.
You know, the thing about Christmas is all of these generic songs date back decades. It's like there have been no new lyrics written about Christmas in my lifetime. It's kind of uncanny, really, when you think about it.
Gwen Stefani released a new holiday song yesterday called Shake the Snow Globe. Here's a preview.
So shake, shake, shake the snow globe. I'm underneath no cinnamon roll. Ho, 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 oh, oh. I'll be underneath the mistletoe. Shake, shake, shake the snow globe. I'm feeling into spread for cocoa. 'Cause I don't wanna be alone this Christmas. No, don't forget about me. Ho, ho, there's no place like home this Christmas. No, don't forget about me.
It doesn't sound like a bad song there.
I was going to say if she would just be quiet, I might consider letting her join me for Christmas. But
Yeah.
if you keep that up, no.
The upbeat original will be in the upcoming holiday movie called Oh, What Fun. Stars Michelle Pfeiffer, Dennis Leary, and Chloe Grace Moretz. I probably got that all wrong. It debuts December 3rd.
The latter sounds like the name of a space alien. Well, it's great that they're making holiday classics again, said no one.
Yeah. A 93-year-old guy in L.A. named Norm Fagerbaum got his dog back almost 2 weeks after she went missing, and all thanks to some dirty socks. Someone spotted her at a nature preserve a mile away, so volunteers set up a human trap to catch her. She loves Norm's dirty socks, so they made a trail of them leading to a trap cage. She wandered in about 30 minutes later. Here's Norm talking about the endeavor.
After several days, I really thought she was gone. The house was barren without her. She jumped the block wall fence in the back and tried to follow me to the grocery store. The whole thing is probably due to my smelly socks, actually. I'm not going to wash them. I'm going to put them in a frame and hang them on the wall.
God. There's another guy that I don't want at my house for Christmas, and I guess we should be thankful that it was socks that the dog liked and not some other garment.
Yeah.
That would have been a little, shall we say, over the top.
Could have been worse, underwear.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, jock straps, whatever.
A teenager in Boca Raton, Florida is being hailed a hero after helping multiple people who got caught in a flash flood last month. 18-year-old Thomas Rosano went from car to car making sure everyone was okay. A few people he helped pitched in to help him save an elderly guy who couldn't get himself out of the seatbelt. Here's Thomas.
The whole roundabout, the whole entire garage, everything, even the bathrooms in the movie theaters were flooded. I went from car to car, probably 6 or 7 people just going car to car, making sure everyone was okay. He was actually stuck in the car and we had to help him out, and I think he was a little lost at the whole situation, so we helped him, and he was trying to push the car after we got him out, and we were like, no sir, we just have to get you to safety, make sure you're okay. So we brought him to a restaurant nearby and just made sure he was okay. They were just very thankful, and they kept telling me how lucky they were to have me there.
I wonder what Joe Biden was doing in Boca Raton.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Probably sleeping in his car. All right. Those are your sound bites for this morning. We'll have a whole lot more for it coming up next hour. But straight ahead, we got all your latest news, sports, and weather. Currently, sunshine, 54 degrees here in the Sandhills. It is 8 o'clock.
With a dry cold front passing today, we'll see dry and comfortable conditions throughout your Thursday, chillier temperatures into your Friday morning, then warmer this weekend ahead of very chilly temperatures to start next week. We start with temperatures at around 50 for your Thursday with clear skies, then highs will reach the mid-60s this afternoon, and we'll see plenty of sunshine. Lows Friday morning will sit in the upper 30s and low 40s with clear skies, then highs Friday will reach to around 70 with plenty of sunshine. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Concerned about the safety of the skies. As the government down drags on, the FAA is about to make some changes. It could impact your air travel plan.
The Federal Aviation Administration will reduce air traffic by about 10% across 40 high-volume markets beginning Friday morning to maintain safety during the ongoing government shutdown. The agency is confronting staffing shortages caused by air traffic controllers who are working unpaid, with many calling out sick during the shutdown, resulting in delays across the country.
Correspondent Bill Alexander says staffing-related flight delays and cancellations had been largely isolated and temporary throughout October, but things are deteriorating. The past weekend brought some of the worst staffing issues since the start of the shutdown. Deadline fast approaching for prosecutors to produce evidence relating to their criminal case against former FBI Director James Comey.
A federal judge has given Trump administration prosecutors until the end of Thursday to produce grand jury materials and other evidence seized from an investigation into Comey. His attorneys said they were at a disadvantage because they had not been able to review materials gathered years ago. The judge scolded the Justice Department for adopting an indict first and investigate second approach. Comey has pleaded not guilty to charges of lying to Congress. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Air safety investigators have recovered a valuable piece of evidence as they search for answers. This week's fiery crash of a UPS cargo plane. It crashed at the airport in Louisville, Kentucky. They've recovered the aircraft's flight data recorder. A dozen people were killed in the crash, including a child. Several other people still unaccounted for. Watching Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 21 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 38. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Even with a ceasefire now in place, the people of Israel continue to pray for healing from the deep wounds of terrorism and war, pain that touches every person in the Holy Land. But the journey to healing and restoration has only just begun, and it's far from over. Never has the bridge between Christians and Jews been tested as it is now, and ever since October 7th. But after 2 years of prayer and tangible acts of love, that bridge stands stronger than ever before. God is miraculously fulfilling his plan to unite Christians and Jews for his divine purpose. These are prophetic times, I believe that, and together with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, we can take part. United, we can do the holy work of providing food for the hungry, care for the elderly, and healing for the wounded. Your prayers and support help restore hope and strength throughout Israel. Let us answer this call together and be a light in the darkness. If you want to learn more, visit ifcj.org. That's ifcj.org.
In Vietnam, they're battening down the hatches, preparing for a powerful storm that's headed their way.
After battering the Philippines, deadly typhoon Kalmegi is moving towards Vietnam. A beach was littered with debris after the deadly typhoon battered the central Philippines, causing severe flooding. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. declared a state of emergency after Typhoon Kalmegi left at least 114 people dead and more than 100 missing in central provinces. The typhoon's onslaught displaced more than 560,000 villagers, including nearly 450,000 who were evacuated to emergency shelters. On Thursday, authorities in Vietnam, meanwhile, braced as Kalmegi approached. Vietnam's aviation authority issued a storm alert. Several airlines cancelled local flights as the typhoon moved closer to landfall. I'm Karen Shamas.
News and analysis at townhall.com. A surge of bear attacks, some of them deadly, as Japan on edge and troops are being deployed.
The bears have terrorized residents in the northern prefecture of Akita. Bears have been seen near schools, train stations, and homes. Over 100 people have been injured and at least 12 killed in bear attacks across Japan since April. The troops will set traps and assist local hunters but won't use firearms. Akita has been the worst hit with over 50 attacks since May. Keith Peters, Washington.
Tesla shareholders are set to decide whether Elon Musk has a shot at becoming the world's first trillionaire. At an annual meeting in Austin, Texas, they'll be voting later today on a new pay package for Musk. He's already the world's wealthiest man. That decision has become a flashpoint among Musk fans and among his detractors. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
This is the perfect time of year to bust out all your Echo tools and equipment from Beaver Equipment. Thanks to all the stores, my new Beaver Equipment chainsaw from Beaver Equipment has been getting a good workout. Beaver Equipment is the place to go for rough and rugged Echo equipment for real men. They offer 5-year warranties and are locally owned and operated. So, man, get out there and enjoy your Echo Power equipment from Beaver Equipment. Now at the new location, 2833 East Indiana Avenue, near the intersection of Highway 211 in East Indiana, near Coldcraft.
Power outages don't have to put your life on hold. At GenPro, we specialize exclusively in installing and maintaining Generac home standby generators, nothing else. Our skilled team will assess your needs to find the right size generator, handle a seamless installation, and provide ongoing maintenance so you have reliable power when the lights go out. Trust GenPro for professional, dedicated Generac generator solutions. Contact GenPro today at 910-986-2959. That's 910-986-2959 and experience true peace of mind.
Summer's over and your pool is about to look like a pumpkin spice swamp. Don't panic. Call the pros at Southern Tropics Pools and Spas. We make closing your pool easy, fast, and worry-free. Plus, we install safety covers to keep everything nice and protected. Thinking about that dream in-ground pool? Book your spot now. Spaces for 2026 are going faster than cannonballs off the diving board. Visit Southern Tropics Pools and Spas at 150 East Connecticut Avenue in Southern Pines or call 910-692-5200. Tired of mystery chemicals in your soap? Yeah, us too. That's why More Bubbles makes everything the old-fashioned way by hand with natural ingredients, pure essential oils from doTERRA, and zero weird stuff you can't pronounce. We've got soaps, bath bombs, hair oils, candles, sugar scrubs, even toothpaste. We also cook up fresh dog food and treats your pup will drool over. Open Monday through Friday, 11 to 6 p.m. Located next to Keith Hardware. Find More Bubbles at 305 Monroe Street in Carthage.
With me in the studio is Sue Maxwell, who is a patient at Pinecone Medical Center, where Dr. Sharon Wright practices chiropractic medicine. Now, Sue, you went there with pain. What kind of pain was it, and what did you do about it?
Yes, I had arthritis in my cervical spine, and I had pain that radiated out through my shoulder, down my arm. I went to see Dr. Wright, and she did the pressure wave therapy on me. Through treatments and everything, I actually eliminated the pain in my spine and in my shoulder.
So did the pressure wave work as advertised?
Oh, my goodness, it did. Yes, I am pain-free.
And would you recommend it to your friends?
Absolutely, and I have. I have told many friends.
If you're suffering from pain, why not schedule a free, no-obligation appointment with Dr. Sharon Wright at Pinecone Medical Center? Call 910-420-1911 or visit on the web at pineconemedicalcenter.com.
Welcome a new season bursting with abundant color by saying hello to your knowledgeable friends at Olmsted Village Hardware. They'll introduce you to a selection of fall fertilizer products that will nurture your lawn and vegetation and keep your grounds thriving as temperatures moderate. Longing for a landscaping upgrade? Ask our experts to show you a variety of mulch and pine bark nuggets. Cooler weather means it's a great time for outdoor chefs. Our True Value store on Central Park Avenue, just off Highway 211 and next door to Lowe's Foods, features a Grill Master showroom where you can choose from traditional, flat top, and electric grills. As favorite recipes sizzle, get cozy by treating the family to a new fire pit. Gather round in Pollywood chairs that you'll find next door at Olmsted Patio. Furnishings by Home Decor Poly are available in 30 custom colors and come with 20-year warranties. Olmsted Village Hardware, open 7 days a week, plus shop online for bargains on tools, paint, and household products.
Since 1994, Lee Christian School offers academic excellence rooted in God's Word. Students grow not only in knowledge, but in godly character and action. We teach, lead, and coach on the firm foundation of Scripture, as Proverbs 1:7 reminds us.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Our mission is to develop the whole student spiritually, mentally, physically, and socially, instilling biblical principles across academics, fine arts, and athletics. Join a school where students are challenged to stand out for Christ. As Romans 12:2 says,
"Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind."
Discover the difference at Lee Christian School. Visit leechristian.org today.
NCN News, I'm Mike Rayleigh. President Trump blames his shutdown in part for the big Republican losses in Tuesday's elections. CBS News senior White House correspondent Weizhu Zhang has more.
Democrats are demanding that a deal to end the shutdown includes an extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies. But Republicans insist on reopening the government with no strings attached.
Raleigh-Durham International Airport and other airports in the state may be affected as the FAA announces there could be a 10% reduction in air traffic to maintain safety at 40 of the busiest markets starting on Friday. FAA Administrator Brian Bedford says air travel remains safe.
I want to reassure the American travelers that it is absolutely safe to fly in the American skies.
This morning, the search for answers in the deadly plane crash in Louisville, Kentucky. 12 people were killed there. Georgia Dow works for a business in the area and shares how scary the situation was.
It was an explosion after explosion after explosion, and so you just didn't know what was going to happen.
A Senate committee heard comments for and against full recognition for the Lumbee tribe in North Carolina. Senator Tom Tillis introduced the Lumbee Fairness Act, and during a Senate committee hearing on Indian Affairs, lashed out at other tribes who are fighting the congressional action.
A small handful of well-funded tribes hiring high-priced D.C. lobbyists to spin half-truths and stir fear, motivated by profit, not principle.
Nash County Sheriff's deputies say their agency is the first in the state to arm school resource officers with breaching shotguns. These firearms are designed to break through locked doors and hinges in the case of emergency. Sergeant Kevin Bissett tells WNCN.
Emergency situation, time is lives, and we can't wait for several minutes to an hour for SWAT team members to actually show up and assist in the situation.
You're listening to NCN News.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, you're more than a policy, you're family. With offices in every county, we're close by when it matters most. Our local agents customize coverage to fit your life. And our award-winning claims team delivers fast, quality repairs. It's no surprise Forbes ranked us the #1 auto insurer in America. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Now, all across North Carolina, it's Carolina Newsmakers. Each week, leaders from politics, education, business, and the arts join Don Curtis to share insights and ideas shaping our state. Listen on radio stations throughout North Carolina and on demand at carolinanewsmakers.com. Carolina Newsmakers is presented in part by the North Carolina Academy of Family Physicians, advancing family medicine in North Carolina since 1947.
North Carolina Attorney General Jeff Jackson is suing the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Department of Homeland Security, accusing both of withholding funds to states in need of disaster relief. Law enforcement agencies are continuing their search for murder suspect Dominique Conley after a possible sighting was captured on a surveillance system along NC-43 highway in Vanceboro on November 4th. Tyrone Wise lives in the Vanceboro area and tells WCTI.
I'm just worried, because no one seemed not know where he's at. Can't locate him. And they said he's here, he may be there.
We're learning a little more about how thieves broke into the Louvre Museum.
France's Court of Auditors has just released its report into last month's break-in at the Louvre, calling the heist a deafening alarm bell that security upgrades were long overdue. Museum officials have admitted the sole outdoor security camera didn't pick up the thieves, and an employee told Libération newspaper that at the time of the break-in, the password for the Louvre's security system was Louvre. The auditors say museum officials prioritized appearances over security, investing in new artworks instead of maintaining and protecting the building itself. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
A new study suggests radiation may not be necessary for breast cancer patients.
The study in the New England Journal of Medicine followed 1,600 women for almost 10 years. They were at intermediate risk with early stage 2 breast cancer. It found radiation in the chest wall made no difference in survival rates among those who had been treated with mastectomy, lymph node surgery, and advanced anti-cancer drugs. Patients who had radiation and those who didn't both had survival rates of just over 81%. The women who were treated with radiation were at a lower risk of having their cancer return. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Good Thursday morning. We start your day with clear skies and temperatures at around 50 degrees. We'll see plenty of sunshine throughout your Thursday. Highs this afternoon will reach the mid-60s. Then overnight, we'll have clear skies with temperatures by Friday morning chilly in the upper 30s and low 40s. Some patchy frost is possible. Then for your Friday, plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Highs will reach to around 70. A warmer weekend with a chance for rain, then chillier in the next week. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we have sunshine and 56 degrees. Humidity 78%. Dew points at 49, winds are calm, and pressure at 30.19. It is 8:15 straight up. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Thursday morning. 2 people were taken to the hospital Wednesday afternoon following a crash on Farm Life School Road in Carthage. According to authorities on scene, the incident occurred shortly after 3 p.m. when 2 vehicles collided at the stop sign at Farm Life School Road in Niagara Carthage Road. The impact caused the pickup truck to roll onto its side. Though officials on scene confirmed to the Sand Hill Sentinel that 1 vehicle ran the stop sign, the investigation is ongoing and they were not able to release any further details. Emergency crews initially reported a possible pin-in, but all occupants were eventually able to safely exit their vehicles without the use of machinery. And DAV, known as Disabled American Veterans, and Recruit Military will co-host a Fort Bragg hiring event now Wednesday, November 12th from 11 until 3 at the Iron Mike Conference and Catering Center in Fayetteville. The event is free to veterans, their spouses, active duty military personnel, and members of the National Guard and Reserve. More than 71 employers actively seeking the unique talents of America's veterans will be on site representing a range of industries from construction to medical to administrative and logistics, with career opportunities from entry level to senior management. In addition to employment assistance, the veterans expected to attend can utilize career counseling and resume assistance, network with fellow veterans and military personnel, and get support with their departments of Veteran Affairs, benefits, and claims assistance, all at no cost. Now, to register for the Fort Bragg hiring event and access additional no-cost resources for veterans and their families, go to jobs.dav.org. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning from the Sand Hills Sentinel. And, of course, if you need more information, just head on over to sandhillssentinel.com to get it. It is 8:18. Sports is next.
Stay in the game with the Clark Chevrolet Cadillac Sports Report. Family owned and operated for over half a century, they do it all. Sales, service, parts, collision repair, and they never charge a dock fee. Nestled in the heart of Pinehurst, Clark Chevrolet Cadillac, fueling your passion for sports.
NCN Sports, I'm John Champion. ACC men's basketball action preview for Friday. NC State plays host to UAB. Number 25, UNC hosts number 19, Kansas. And number 6, Duke will host Western Carolina. In women's action, Elon visits the number 11 Lady Tar Heels today. The number 18 USC Trojans visit the number 9 Lady Wolfpack on Sunday. Also on Sunday, the number 7 Duke women host Holy Cross. It's November, and East Carolina still has a shot at its first ever American Conference Championship game. The Pirates haven't played for a league title since winning Conference USA back in 2009. First up this weekend, though, trying to beat Charlotte for the first time. The 49ers have won both matchups, including a 55-point outburst last year. ECU head coach Blake Harrell hasn't forgotten.
It's the biggest game on our schedule because it's the next game, and it happens to be a team down the road, and that adds a little bit more to it. And it's became a team in this state that we gotta establish who we are in this state and establish what we're about.
To the ice, where the Carolina Hurricanes host the Minnesota Wild tonight. The matchup is the first meeting of the season between the two clubs. The NHL now has a 900-goal club. Charter member Alex Ovechkin, of course. The Washington Star pushed his record total to a new level Wednesday night, scoring that goal against the St. Louis Blues. To the NFL, where the Carolina Panthers prepare to face a familiar foe on Sunday. After notching a 16-13 win against the top-seeded Green Bay Packers Sunday, the Cats are facing the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are coming off a 34-10 loss to the L.A. Rams, dropping them to 1-8 on the season. In Thursday night game action, the Raiders are at the Broncos. To the association, where the Charlotte Hornets face the Miami Heat on Friday. Last night, Portland handed defending champ Oklahoma City its first loss, 121-119, and the Lakers edged San Antonio 118-116. Luka Doncic nearly had a triple-double by halftime. You're listening to NCN Sports.
The North Carolina Healthcare Association invites you to listen to this month's podcast, Conversations on the State of Healthcare. This month, we dive into a project that's making big waves in Charlotte and beyond. It's called The Pearl, a bold reimagining of how healthcare, education, and innovation come together. My guest, Hillary Crittenden, leads operations for The Pearl and has played an important role in its growth and development.
The Pearl is an innovation district. We brought together medical education, cutting-edge research, and really big and small players in the healthcare space who are advancing science in a really interesting way, all together in one place.
You can learn more and join our latest Conversations on the State of Healthcare wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, and find out more by visiting nchealthcare.org.
North Carolina football coach Bill Belichick is a semifinalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, one of 9 coaches still in the running for the class of 2026. Belichick won 6 Super Bowls and 17 AFC East titles in 23 years with the New England Patriots. Former Carolina Panthers head coach George Seifert also made the semifinal list. Lionel Messi says he's not done yet. The Inter Miami star told a business conference he hasn't thought much about his legacy and plans to keep playing as long as he enjoys it. The World Cup champ recently signed a 3-year extension and says he's excited for Miami's new stadium. Checking more NBA action and scores last night, Detroit 114, Utah 103, Cleveland 132, Philadelphia 121, and Brooklyn 112, Indiana 103. John Champion, NCN Sports.
Sometimes you just want to say,
life moves pretty fast.
Now I need a new sidekick.
Here's some advice for you, friend. Don't press your luck.
97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB. We've got you by the ears.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ray Daley, Ray on the right, the Reagan Republican running for the North Carolina State Senate. My opponent, Senator Tom McGinnis, voted for Governor Cooper's Medicaid expansion and even to ban coastal shrimping, a move that would have put thousands of hardworking North Carolinians out of work. That's not conservative leadership. That's Democrat behavior. It's time for a senator who stands with our fishermen, our families, and our conservative values. I'm Ray Daley, the Reagan Republican, and I'm asking you for your vote for North Carolina Senate. Ray Daley, smart growth, not uncontrolled expansion. Paid for by Committee to elect Ray Daley for Senate.
In the market for new furniture? Shop Lavish Furniture for top brands at the best prices around. Ashley, Craftmaster, Hooker, Bassett, Liberty, and Flex Steel. Find exactly the fabric and style you're looking for in our designer collections. Our furniture is solid wood and American made. Financing and same-day delivery are available. We will meet or beat any price. Lavish Furniture, 1650 US 1 South in Southern Pines, or visit lavishfurnitureus.com.
Fall is in the air and Thanksgiving is around the corner. This is Dr. Terry Ann Sams of Sandhills Weekend Dental. My staff and I are giving thanks for this wonderful country and Sandhills community. We are especially grateful for the opportunity to help our patients eat, kiss, and smile better. Give us a call at 910-687-4423 or visit sandhillsweekenddental.com.
Is your land lost under a jungle of brush and overgrowth? Call the pros at Tar Heel Brush Mulching. With over 20 years of experience in land management, we turn wild, unusable land into clean, manageable space fast, affordable, and done right the first time. Whether it's for farming, hunting, or just reclaiming land, our high-powered mulchers and brush cutters chew through the roughest terrain. Trust the team that knows land management and has the gear to master it. For a free estimate, call veteran-owned Tar Heel Brush Mulching at 910-638-8318.
Planning to gobble till you wobble? Make sure your tags can handle the trip before you roll out for Thanksgiving dinner. Swing by your local North Carolina license plate agency and get road trip ready. And hey, let the turkey get baked, not the driver. Don't drink and drive. Brought to you by your North Carolina license plate agency at 1313 North Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen.
Summer's over and your pool is about to look like a pumpkin spice swamp. Don't panic. Call the pros at Southern Tropics Pools and Spas. We make closing your pool easy, fast, and worry-free. Plus, we install safety covers to keep everything nice and protected. But wait, don't just sit around shivering. We install and repair hot tubs so you can stay toasty while your neighbors freeze. Visit Southern Tropics Pools and Spas at 150 East Connecticut Avenue in Southern Pines or call 910-692-5200.
Looking for a dealership that truly puts you first? Visit Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Whether you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or your current car just needs a little TLC, we've got you covered with the Pinehurst Advantage Plan. You'll get 24/7 roadside assistance. That's 5 years of unlimited coverage, including towing, battery jump starts, and flat tire changes. Plus, with any major service, enjoy a complimentary loaner car so you're never left stranded. With our 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, if you're not completely satisfied within 72 hours of purchasing your new or pre-owned vehicle, just bring it back. It's no wonder for the third year in a row, we've been voted Best of the Pines in 2024 for Best Dealership Service Department. Ready to experience the Pinehurst difference? Visit us online at pinehursttoyota.com or pinehursthyundaiονline.com. Call us at 910-692-2424. Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where quality meets customer care.
Hi, this is Katherine Phelps, owner of Appliances and More. This Christmas season, we're celebrating you, our customers, with a Christmas Eve appliance giveaway. Stop by our store in the Town & Country Shopping Center in Aberdeen and sign up to win one of 3 amazing prizes: a Frigidaire upright freezer, an Electrolux front-loaded washer and dryer set, or the new Frigidaire electric slide-in range with the fresh baked pizza option. It's our way of saying thank you for your support and friendship all year long. No purchase necessary. See store for details.
Char Bar 7 is the ultimate spot for food and to relax with friends in their upscale yet casual dining environment. Come out every Tuesday night for trivia and every Thursday night for live music from local artists. Indulge in their perfectly cooked burgers and seared steaks. Char Bar 7 also offers a variety of dishes like fresh seafood, chicken, signature salads, and sandwiches. If you want to just kick back and eat some food, we invite you to Char Bar 7, located at 100 Pavilion Way in Southern Pines.
As seen on the Tar Heel Traveler, J.R. Moore & Son,
is an original country store with something for everyone. Locally owned since 1935, J.R. Moore & Son has general hardware, plumbing, and gardening supplies. They also offer a large selection of clothing and footwear from brands like Arat, Carhartt, Wolverine, Wrangler, and more. Open Monday through Saturday, you can visit J.R. Moore & Son at 865 Thrift Road in Gulf and enjoy what this local historic business has to offer today.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
This is Steve Woodward teeing off. In the hamlet of Pine Bluff in southernmost Moore County, citizens on Tuesday re-elected Mayor Ronald McDonald. In stark contrast to the iconic clown who delighted Happy Meal-loving kids, Pine Bluff's Mr. McDonald managed to draw the wrath of fellow citizens even as he ran unopposed for another mayoral term. Following the devastating assassination of young conservative Charlie Kirk last September, citizens gathered to mourn Kirk's tragic fate. One such vigil was coordinated in the village of Pinehurst by Moore County Republican women. Residents joined elected servants in prayer and song to honor Kirk and a life rooted in Christian faith. McDonald declined his invitation, saying he was not a fan of Kirk or his beliefs. During a town meeting, Pine Bluff residents harshly rebuked McDonald, with one saying the mayor had cast a shadow over their town. Social media posts followed, and a Raleigh TV station reported on backlash toward McDonald. Worth knowing about Pine Bluff, Democrats are far outnumbered by Republicans and unaffiliateds. On Election Day, unopposed McDonald won with just 2/3 of the vote. 32% represented write-in votes. Some wrote in Charlie Kirk. I'm Steve Woodward, emphatically teed off.
With a dry cold front passing today, we'll see dry and comfortable conditions throughout your Thursday, chillier temperatures into your Friday morning, then warmer this weekend ahead of very chilly temperatures to start next week. We start with temperatures at around 50 for your Thursday with clear skies, then highs will reach the mid-60s this afternoon, and we'll see plenty of sunshine. Lows Friday morning will sit in the upper 30s and low 40s with clear skies, then highs Friday will reach to around 70 with plenty of sunshine. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Today is Nacho Day. To get a National Nacho Day, who knew there was such a thing?
Actually, I also love nachos so much.
This show is troubling.
No, it's layered, like nachos.
Yeah.
Nacho! Let's make nachos! Nachos, nachos, nachos!
Nacho Man!
Happy National Nachos Day. It's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Hey, welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with Stephen Woodward. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, LeaderMan. Good morning, everybody, on this therapeutic Thursday in the Sandhills.
Don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on our live video and audio streams. Those are available to you from our homepage website. Just go to talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page, there's an icon that says on the air listen live. Click that once you're listening to us pretty much that quick. You may have to hit a play button depending on your browser. And if you want to see us, well, that's right there in the top middle of the page where it says watch live video and replays of Mornings with the LeaderMan. Click that and click on today's date and you should be in business. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area, well, it's going to be sunny today, 65 for a high. Then tonight clear, a low of 40. For Friday, sunshine, perfect, 72 for a high. Saturday, sunny, 76. And Sunday, 40% shot at getting wet with a shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, partly sunny with a high of 75. When you go back to work Monday, back to sunshine, but much cooler temperatures. 47 for a high on Monday and 50 on Tuesday. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are calm, pressure 3019, dew point 49, humidity 78%. We have sunshine and 56 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 8:34 past the hour on this Thursday morning. Man, you talk about forgetting what day it is. I was reading something, again, a certain percentage of us at least once a week forget which day it is. Well, that's about every day. When you get up early every morning, come in here, you kind of forget what day it is.
Well, as long as you don't forget where you are, that's really all that matters, you know.
Yeah. All righty. Let's see. I think we've done everything there. Come over here. All right. Let's see, Stevie. Let's get up here. Oprah's favorite things.
Oprah.
Yeah. Her annual favorite things include a $2,000 espresso machine and a pair of reading glasses for the shower.
Do we have to think about her in the shower? Oh.
Hope not. Perhaps the most absurd item on the list is a $60 pair of anti-fog reading glasses for the shower. Why does one need reading glasses in the shower? Well, to quote whoever wrote this, pretending to be Oprah, anyone who tried to read deep conditioner instructions after it's on will be appropriate time. Okay. All right, some things we need to know today so we don't, let me see if there's anything else I want to get. Oh, yeah. 5 years after he was fired, Tom Bergeron will make his return to Dancing with the Stars next Tuesday. To help the show celebrate its 20th anniversary, Tom will be a guest judge alongside Carrie Ann Inaba, Bruno Tonioli, and Derek Howe. He says, I'm anticipating that it's going to be a wonderfully emotional and nostalgic night. It's so much fun to watch my friends do the work. I don't have to throw the commercials. I don't have to worry about timing. Bergeron hosted Dancing with the Stars for his first 15 years and 28 seasons.
Okay. And why was he fired? And who is he? Just some guy with a good voice?
He's a Canadian.
A Canadian?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, and exactly why he got fired, I don't know. May have been.
Maybe he refused.
He didn't test well in some testing they do to see if you're look like the host they want to see.
You said he was fired 5 years ago. Maybe he refused to be jabbed with the poison mRNA juice during the pandemic. You know, that was happening. Let's never forget the tyranny of that time.
All right. Where is it? Do I have?
I'm still trying to get the image of Oprah reading in the shower out of my head. Oh, gosh.
Okay, some things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Wise are both in talks to and may just do a Mummy 4.
Mummy.
The experts say that by 2030, 90 million jobs will be lost due to AI.
Mm-hmm.
That Ryan Murphy series starring Kim Kardashian, All Is Fair, has scored solid 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. U.S. News has named Midland, Michigan as the #1 place to retire in 2026. The analysis compared more than 850 U.S. cities based on factors that most impact retirees, including proximity to health care, housing affordability, and overall quality of life, and can they freeze to death in the winter?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What about the weather factor, and what about the fact that the governor of Michigan is a
communist,
almost as radical as the idiot they just elected in New York?
Yeah,
Gretchen Whitmer. Talk about a lockdown tyrant. Boy, she's the worst.
According to a new study, weightlifting is better for you in controlling blood sugar than cardio exercise.
Okay.
An American father and son died after being stung by a swarm of murder hornets while ziplining in Southeast Asia.
Wow.
They both died following the attack last month at Green Jungle Park in Laos, just northeast of Thailand.
Wow. You know, those adventurous vacations can go very wrong very quickly.
Yep.
You know.
Like safaris, when the elephant decides to crush your Jeep you're in.
Yeah. I think it's better just to go find a nice beach or maybe a golf course and leave it to that.
Results from a new survey show that half of Gen Z and millennials admit to lying about their wealth or financial success, with 37% willing to overdraft their account or go into debt just to impress a date.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the future. Isn't that nice?
Newspaper publisher Gannett Company has officially changed its name to USA Today Company. Researchers have determined that an Antarctic glacier has retreated faster than any other time in modern history. Nearly 50% of the glacier disintegrated in just 2 months, a pace comparable to retreats at the end of the Ice Age.
Oh, no. We're doomed.
You know, we go through these cycles of Ice Age and defrosting. They take about 10,000 years per cycle.
Okay, well, we better start panicking now then.
Dunkin' is celebrating the next Wicked movie with special items now available, including the Wicked Green Matcha, Wicked Pink Panther Refresher, Wicked Munchkins, and a limited edition merch in signature shades of pink and green. Okay, today's a possible question. 24% of people will not do this alone. What won't they do alone?
What won't they do alone? Let's see.
This is a fairly common activity. Don't do it every day, but you do it on occasions.
Hike?
No. Fly. F-L-Y. Fly.
On an aircraft?
On an aircraft.
Oh.
Some people can't do it alone.
And yet, famously, Nancy Reagan, who was kind of a, very driven by her love of the, what am I trying to say? She was very, not suspicious, but anyway, she would not fly with Ronald when he was running for governor of California because she was afraid if the plane crashed, they would both be lost.
Yeah. 21% of people, I talked about this a moment ago, 21% of people forget what day it is at least once a week. That's a morning occurrence with us.
Well, I got the Monday morning blues right now, so yeah, I feel the pain. So superstitious. That's what I was trying to say about Nancy Reagan.
And its first year, there were over 500,000 Easy Bake Ovens sold.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of young culinary enthusiasts, I guess.
That was in, like, what, the 60s, maybe?
I guess.
Yeah. Now there are probably 0 Easy Bakes.
The national average number of grapes in a bottle of wine is?
The average number of grapes in a bottle of wine is, I'm going to go with a dozen.
736.
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of missed that one. But
And I drink wine. That's really, how do they calculate that, I wonder?
28% say it's rude for a house guest to ask for your Wi-Fi password.
Well, especially if it's an embarrassing password.
And according to a poll, Duke University has the wildest and loudest student section at basketball games.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Cameron only holds like 60-some hundred people.
Yeah. And most of them are drunk and...
Everybody's right on the court.
Yeah.
And it does get loud.
Yeah, and most of them are drunk and half naked, too.
Yeah.
Which is real nice. Real nice look for the school. But what are you going to do?
11% of people call their ex on Valentine's Day. Better not let your spouse know about it. 65% of fathers refuse to allow their children to touch the thermostat. A daily occurrence around here, I can tell you that. All right, it's Thursday. You know what that means? It's time for trivia.
Okay.
Tough trivia, which you do very well.
By the way, I need to give you credit for correctly pronouncing Gannett.
Yeah.
I was a Gannett employee for 12 years. And many people often pronounce...
Where? In Washington?
Yeah, it's at USA Today.
Yeah.
Which is now the name of Gannett,
Yeah.
the USA Today company. Gannett started in upstate New York, publishing a variety of community and mid-sized town newspapers. Launched USA Today in 1982, ladies and gentlemen.
That USA started in 1982?
Yeah, September.
No, I remember reading USA when I was in college, and that was
September
71 to 75.
Well, I'm just telling you, I was there at the inception, September 15th, 1982.
I'll disagree with that one.
USA Today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read it in college.
I was there, September 15th, 1982, the morning after the death of Princess Grace of Monaco.
Hang on a second. We're going to find out right now.
That was the first headline. America's Princess Grace dies in Monaco.
When did USA Today first publish?
USA Today first published on September 15th, 1982. It was founded by Alan
Well,
Newhart.
what the hell was I reading then in college?
I don't know. There was a Florida Today that preceded USA
No,
Today.
it had the little box thing in the corner with a little trivia, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stat of the day or whatever. Yeah. No, that was 82.
Y'all, both of you got it wrong.
I was there.
I'm telling you what I read in college because it was a good pastime reading. It's written on my level, 8th grade.
And back in those days, Gannett, the newspaper business was still very profitable. And Gannett was very, very generous. And they would, Alan Newhart, the founder of USA Today, had a Gannett company Gulfstream jet. And he would fly members of the USA Today sports department to, Game 6 of the World Series or
Well, I know USA Today almost folded at one time.
Well, the first 5 years were...
Is that when they kicked your ass off?
No. First 5 years, it took about 5 years to become profitable.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was off to the races.
All right, let's get on to tough trivia. Animal characterized by a segmented spinal column are called vertebrates. In biology, there are 5 classes of vertebrates, one of which is mammal. What are the other 4?
I'm just supposed to reel those off?
Yeah.
Okay, mammal and let's see. What other?
Amphibians, birds, fish, and reptiles.
Oh, okay, great. I might have gotten around to one of those eventually.
If 5 workers can fill 5 barrels of water in 5 minutes, then 20 workers can fill how many barrels in 20 minutes?
Oh, okay. 5 workers can fill 5 barrels in 5 minutes. 100?
Correct answer is 80. 4 times as many workers, times as much time.
Well, I was only off by 20 barrels.
That was a tough question.
Yeah.
Who gave the Republican Party its name in an 1854 newspaper column?
1854. The Republican Party.
You were around back then.
Who gave it its name in 1854? Benjamin Franklin?
Horace Greeley.
Horace Greeley.
Spelled Greenley.
Oh, Greenley.
Greenley.
Okay, not the other Horace Greeley then. Okay.
Around 400 BC, which Greek physician laid the foundations of scientific medicine when he showed that diseases have natural, not supernatural causes?
What year was this?
400 BC.
Galileo?
Hippocrates.
My man.
Called the father of medicine.
Father of medicine, Hippocrates. Well, what was Galileo? He was the space guy, I guess. Yeah.
All right, this one you should get. In golf, what is a mulligan?
A mulligan is when you are given another shot without a stroke penalty.
Right. It's a poor shot that isn't counted, especially among friends.
And they call me Mr. Mulligan.
And usually on the first hole, everybody's kind of an unwritten rule. You get to hit a mulligan if you didn't like your drive.
Sure. No, I'm for mulligans on every hole, really. I don't see what the big deal is.
In 1983, Disney film was based on the real-life story of a Canadian author named Farley Mowat, who survived alone in the Arctic studying the behavior of certain kinds of animals. What was the title of the film?
1983?
Yeah.
Well, I was...
I'll give you a hint. It involves wolves.
Wolves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The title of the film was...
Never Cry Wolf.
Never Cry... Oh, I would never get that. I'm not a movie guy.
You don't go to movies?
Well, not really. I mean, and I certainly don't remember them like, oh, yeah, I remember that film. Yeah. It's because most of them are not memorable. It's just a plain fact.
If the eastern end of the earth is called the Orient, what is the western end called? What is the opposite of the word Orient?
The eastern end of the earth is called the Orient, and the western end of the earth is called the...
Occident.
Occident?
Mm-hmm.
Occidental? Is that where the word Occidental comes from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
It happened first in 1893 in New Zealand. Later, in 1918 in Britain, 1920 in the United States, and only 1971 in Switzerland. What is it?
That happened?
Yeah.
What happened? Let's see. If it happened in 1920 here in the United States, the answer is, what is it?
No, women given the right to
vote. Okay.
It passed in 1919 but ratified in 1920 in the U.S.
Yes, it did.
What was the name of the film with a sports theme that won the Academy Award as Best Film in 1976?
With a sports theme?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I watched it. Oh, Rocky?
Rocky. Very good. Who was the first president to ask Congress to declare war?
To declare war. Would that be Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
No, James Madison.
Really?
What was this? In what city of Europe?
What was the war? 1812?
That's what I'm guessing. I don't know.
Okay.
In what city of Europe in 1963 did the first Picasso Museum open?
In 1963, the first Picasso Museum.
Opened in
63, I don't know.
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
You have to say that with a lisp. Barcelona. Yeah.
Although women outnumber men in the U.S., there are 4 states in which women are in the minority. Name any 3 of them. There is an element of logic to the answer.
Really? Where women are in the minority?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe like Wyoming?
That's one of them.
Montana?
Nope.
One of the Dakotas, North or South Dakota?
Alaska's one of them.
Oh, and Hawaii?
Nope. Nevada and California.
Really? Well, what's the logic?
Rough environments, I guess.
Oh.
You know, desert Nevada, California has deserts.
Yeah.
Also has a ridiculous governor. I had other words I was going to use. If you go to a restaurant and order sweetbreads, what kind of food would you be ordering? Be specific.
You would be ordering intestines.
That's close enough. Calves or lamb pancreases or glands.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, boy, I'm glad I don't order sweetbreads. Name the artist who created the sculpture called the Pieta or Pieta, P-I-E-T-A.
P-I-E-T-A. It's a sculpture, huh?
Yes.
Da Vinci?
Michelangelo.
Oh, Michelangelo, my man. Yeah. Him and Hippocrates get together and it's a party.
What actress provided the voice of Elsa in Disney's Frozen?
Oh, for Pete's sake.
You won't get that one. This is the one they say John Travolta messed up the name on, but I see it as he sees it and would have pronounced it the same way. Idina Menzel. I don't know how else you would pronounce it.
Who is she, an actress?
She voiced the role which included singing the hit number Let It Go.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
This television personality, born in 1957 in South Carolina, has a photographic memory and was champion speller in her high school, which comes in handy in her TV role. Who is she?
Vanna White?
That's right. On Wheel of Fortune.
I can't believe I knew that. I'm a little embarrassed, actually.
You must be a Vanna White stalker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
What helpful function do earthworms serve in gardens?
They eat unwanted insects?
No. I don't think their mouth is big enough for that. They leave behind castings that are rich in nutrients.
Oh, well, thank you.
In other words, they're poop.
Yeah, well. So I should never refer to maybe that's why we refer to Democrats as worms sometimes.
This kind of dance originated in Europe in the 17th century, but by about 1815, it became the most popular dance in the ballroom of Europe. What was it?
The Viennese waltz?
Waltz is right.
The waltz. Waltzing Matilda.
I've seen 3-4 times.
Okay. Brilliant.
You know, dun, 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 dun.
Well, we're not dancing in the studio, so don't get any ideas. It's prohibited.
What medical first was accomplished by Dr. Denton Cooley of Houston, Texas in 1969?
Heart transplant?
That's right. First artificial heart. Wasn't a heart transplant, it was an artificial heart.
In his youth, my father was an artificial heart researcher.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool. We send our email according to the proper zip code. What is zip an abbreviation for?
Oh, zone. I don't know.
Improvement plan.
Well, that really worked out well, didn't it?
All right, you did all right today.
Those were tough trivia.
All right, so it goes for this Thursday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow for TSIF. Thanks, Steve. It's Friday. Until then, be sure to support the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airwaves because they're the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. Your money will stay here, roll over, and create jobs for all of us. And if you want to find out why talk radio is so effective, it's the most effective form of advertising there is, believe it or not. If you don't believe it, give us a call. We'll show you why. All right, that's it for me, the leader man, Nick and Colt the dogs in spirit. We'll see you this afternoon at the dog park.
Well, bye.
Come back. You'd better be laughing.
So, what have we learned? Heck, I don't know. But this is one crazy show. Bye now.
Cut! That's it. Go home, everybody. None of this ever happened. Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I think we're through here.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, man. That's pretty much all I got, man. Okay, class dismissed. Rock on!
Well, let me tell you something. Everything comes to an end.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump's take on this week's Democrat election sweep.
Democrats won the governor's races in New Jersey and Virginia. Democratic Socialist Zoran Mamdani was elected mayor of New York City.
If you read the pollsters, the shutdown was a big factor, negative for the Republicans. And that was a big factor. And they say that I wasn't on the ballot was the biggest factor.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says it was a 5-alarm fire for Donald Trump.
The Republicans' high-cost House is on fire, and they've only got themselves to blame.
Many voters expressed dissatisfaction with the president's handling of the economy. Ed Donahue, Washington.
This weekend could bring more pain for air travelers. Starting tomorrow, the FAA will cut the number of flights at major airports by 10%. The feds are concerned about aviation safety, given staff shortages resulting from the government shutdown. Grim task of finding victims from the firestorm that followed the crash of a UPS cargo plane in Louisville, Kentucky, has entered a third day. 12 people were killed in the crash. 3 others are still unaccounted for. There is strike talk at Starbucks.
The strike would start on November 13th, which is the day Starbucks plans to distribute free, reusable red cups. Red Cup Day is usually one of the company's busiest days of the year. The union organizing baristas, Starbucks Workers United, didn't say how many stores would be impacted, but it said workers in at least 25 cities plan to strike and more locations could be added. The union has been organizing workers since about 2021, but hasn't agreed to a contract with the company. Around 550 of Starbucks' 10,000 company-operated U.S. stores are unionized. I'm Haya Panjwani.
Stock futures higher ahead of this morning's Wall Street opening bell. The Dow futures are up 32 points. NASDAQ futures 58 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Political experts are still weighing in on Tuesday's election. The takeaway, Democrats dominated the first major election since President Trump returned to the White House. Western Carolina University professor Chris Cooper tells NCN News.
Government shutdown have something to do with it? Yeah, I think probably affected it some, and I think that shows that people are probably blaming the Republicans more than they are the Democrats, at least according to survey results, but it was more to it than that.
The Supreme Court has heard the case against President Trump's use of the 1970s law to impose broad tariffs against countries, products, and political ideologies.
If the
administration wins, this case would strengthen the president's power to impose tariffs under emergency authority, regardless of the party in power. Either way, the ruling could shape U.S. trade policy for years to come.
CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns. A murder suspect at the Mecklenburg County Jail died after being given the wrong medication. That happened to Miguel Angel Gonzalez Rosales. Corey Dunn is a spokesperson for Disability Rights North Carolina and tells WSOC.
We should be able to expect that people get the right medications, and that when someone hands you medication, you should be able to take it without fearing for your life.
The future of a new pier for the town of Holden Beach is in jeopardy Wednesday after voters had their say in the election. More than 350 voters voted no on a referendum that would raise $7 million in bonds to build a new pier. Mayor Alan Holden told WWAY he's not surprised.
Information that was provided that would normally have explained in detail the plans and the way the property would look conceptually. It was like unfinished business. It was more of a sale of a dream than actual facts.
Every driver's license office across the state is back online after temporarily being unable to process transactions due to an outage. You're listening to NCN News.
Open enrollment for health insurance is here, but don't worry. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance has you covered for all your health insurance needs, including Medicare. And with offices in every county, a trusted, experienced agent is just around the corner, ready to help find a plan that's right for you. Visit ncfbins.com or stop by your local office today. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Smokey the Bear. Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do. What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com, and remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester.
Has your driveway, parking lot, or road seen better days? Contact Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services for all your paving project needs. Family owned with over 30 years of experience, they specialize in asphalt paving and overlays, crack sealing and repair, seal coating, striping, and pothole patching. Call Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services at 910-673-1318 for your free estimate today. And all military and first responders receive 10% off. That's 910-673-1318.
Good Thursday morning. We start your day with clear skies and temperatures at around 50 degrees. We'll see plenty of sunshine throughout your Thursday. Highs this afternoon will reach the mid-60s. Then overnight, we'll have clear skies with temperatures by Friday morning chilly in the upper 30s and low 40s. Some patchy frost is possible. Then for your Friday, plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Highs will reach to around 70. A warmer weekend with a chance for rain, then chillier in the next week. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
This hour of the Chris Plant Show is sponsored by Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services. Call 910-673-1318 for your free estimate.
After last night's results, the decision facing all Americans could not be more clear. We have a choice between communism and common sense. Does that make sense to you? Common sense. It's common sense or communism. And you know, you take a look back 1,000 years, it hasn't worked. If it worked, we'd be using it, I guess, but it hasn't worked.
I think President Trump might be onto something there. Communism thing. Not as popular as the communists had originally hoped. And that's why when it irritated people, they murdered about 100 million of them. But might work this time. That's what they keep saying. They keep hoping, and then they murder several million more people. The world moves on. We have always been insulated from that until the Democrat Party was taken over by people that gingerly call themselves socialist. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov, known as Lenin more commonly, famously said the goal of socialism is communism. The goal of communism is slavery, and they've got to kill a lot of people and all that stuff. But they're making a big comeback. That's the plan, anyway. A very happy and good Thursday, too, and welcome back once again. We are at 888-630-9625. I got to tell you, our world is not, we're not as smart as we used to be. As Western civilization, not as smart as we used to be. We've forgotten all about the things like the 20th century. I try to keep a handle on recent history. The 20th century, forgotten all about the rise of communism, socialism. It was going to be the best thing for everyone, and then it wasn't. And we're just going to erase our memory banks and start over again. Womp, womp, womp. What was that Keanu Reeves movie, The Devil's Advocate, right? The Devil's Advocate, where they keep trying the same thing. The devil keeps trying the same thing over and over again, and at the end, it's a big start over. It's not an easy movie to watch, but it's kind of interesting because it's like communism. And I remember watching the movie and thinking, that's like communism. Satan keeps killing everybody and stealing everything and ruining everybody's lives. And then when it goes south, when it goes the wrong way, then boop, he starts all over again just because he's got that magic Satan thing. And the Democrat Party, they're starting over with communism and socialism, and they're repackaging and selling it all over again like we can start over again, like the movie The Devil's Advocate. If you've ever seen that movie, you might know what I'm talking about. You probably could have seen the movie and not even remember at this point where it went. But that's not important. It is important, but it's what the Democrats are doing, and it is a nutty, nutty place. One of the funniest stories of the day, I think, and this made me laugh out loud. Michael Piercy made me aware of this when I walked in this morning. It turns out at La Louvre, you know, the French museum, there's a museum in France. It's in Paris, and it's an old palace for the French royal family and all of that. And then they got guillotines and put them out in front of the place and chopped everybody's heads off because their revolution was not as cool as our revolution, not by a long shot. But they have the Louvre, and then I.M. Pei, the Chinese-American architect and designer. He put those glass pyramids in front of the Louvre. The Louvre, just to bring it up to the 21st century, the 20th century anyway, when those went in. And there's an I.M. Pei house not far from this radio station. The only I.M. Pei house in Washington, D.C., pretty close to this radio station. But that's not important. I'm not talking about architecture. Okay, I'm talking about architecture. But they just got robbed more than $100 million in jewels. They were robbed, right? And it turns out that we have now learned kind of a funny detail about the robbery, because what's not funny about robbing $100 million in crown jewels, Napoleonic crown jewels, from the Louvre, the museum in Paris. Well, it turns out they've got a very advanced security system, there. And as part of the security system, you see, there is an electronic touchpad thing, like when you walk into your house. If you have a security thing, you got to do the touchpad, and your password is password, so you punch in password, and then you're okay, because it's your security system, and you don't need to have, it's not the Louvre, you got international rings of thieves, burglars trying to get into your house. You can just use 1, 2, 3, 4 as your password, and everything's fine. You can use the word password as your password. Well, at La Louvre, that's what they call it in France, the password to the Louvre's surveillance and security system, the password, you can't say is, because I think they changed it in the last couple of days, but through the robbery, the password for their security system was Louvre, Louvre, which is the name of the museum. And they got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of jewels in there. And it turns out the Louvre used mind-blowingly weak password for core security system ahead of $102 million jewel heist. And the headline, the first line in the New York Post today, it might as well have been password. Then they got that in quotation marks. A probe into the broad daylight heist at La Louvre revealed that the world-renowned museum had used a mind-bogglingly weak password for its core security system, according to reports. France's National Cybersecurity Agency was able to access a server managing the museum's video surveillance using the ridiculously easy password Louvre. Louvre, Louvre. Now, if I had a security system at home, today I would switch my password to Louvre. I would think, if I had a fancy with where you punch in a thing like that, I'd say, hey, sweetie pie, honey bunch, our new password is Louvre. We're going to use Louvre from now on. I like to say Louvre, even though it's Louvre. I know you pronounce it Louvre. The R-E, they're going to be silent like that, but Louvre, why not?
So the combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the stupidest combination I ever heard in my life. That's the kind of thing an idiot would have on his luggage.
Yes. Mel Brooks in Spaceballs, and that honestly, and at the Louvre, the password for their obviously inadequate security system, the password is Louvre. And you have to say it with a French accent if you're going to get the password correct. Isn't that amazing? That is, somebody might lose their job over that. But then again, it's France. Maybe not. They might just surrender to the Germans and move on, something like that. Something they have a long history of doing, long history. So we've got a lot of news to get to. I just wanted to share that because it was the most ridiculous story of the morning, I think. Just amazing. But we've got a lot going on. Trump aides foul-mouthed emails to journalists laid bare. The Daily Beast is very angry. That's the headline from the Daily Beast. Trump aides, quote, foul-mouthed, end quote, emails to journalists laid bare. How is that laid bare? Here they are. They're public. I don't know if they're laid bare. Cursing out reporters as a great American tradition. Everybody loves to curse out reporters. Reporters are cursed out in grocery stores and from the car next to them in traffic in Washington. Reporters are cursed out all the time, and rightly so. But that's kind of fun. Also, by the way, President Trump, there was a story a while back that there's an update now. Back on October 10th. So, now it's November 6th. And the headline was, Trump announces deal with pharma giant. You can't, there's too many letters to say pharmaceutical giant. You have to say pharma because the Democrats call it big pharma. Trump announces deal with pharma giant AstraZeneca to lower drug prices. Oh, sure, want to lower drug price. The Democrats talk about everything all the time, and then they make everything more expensive because they're basically communists. President Trump, this is, again, last month, President Trump on Friday, a month ago, announced that a second pharmaceutical giant, AstraZeneca, has agreed to lower U.S. drug prices. The United Kingdom-based drug maker will lower prices for drugs sold to Medicaid. That's a big buyer right there. The federal state health insurance program for low-income families. The company also will sell medications via, that's by way of a new website, Trump RX, which will facilitate direct-to-consumer sales of drugs next year. Next year is coming up faster and faster. It's about 7 weeks until next year. On September 30th, Trump announced a similar most favored nation agreement with Pfizer to sell medications through Medicaid at lower prices. How about that? President Trump is lowering the price of drugs. The Democrats just scream and yell and set cop cars on fire and attack judges and things over high drug prices. And they say, we're going to make everything more affordable. It's the Affordable Care Act. And even the Washington Post had to confess, and they didn't have to be waterboarded, but it would have been better if they had been waterboarded, that the Affordable Care Act was never actually affordable. That's because they're commies, and they don't know capitalism, and they break everything. But during last week's announcement, USA Today wrote back then, Trump said Pfizer medications introduced to the U.S. market will be sold at prices that are no greater than those of comparable countries where they're very often subsidized up the yin-yang, and the Democrats are trying to do that here because they're socialists, right? The agreement follows an executive order Trump signed in March that instituted a most favored nation policy for drug pricing. So this is great, and Trump has pressured drug makers to return drug manufacturing to the United States of America under the threat of 100% tariff on brand-name drugs imported to the United States. Pharmaceutical companies that have already broken ground on building a U.S. manufacturing plant will be exempt from the tariffs. See, there you go. And on Thursday, AstraZeneca held a groundbreaking ceremony for a $4.5 billion drug manufacturing facility in Charlottesville, Virginia. The factory, which will make ingredients for weight loss, blood pressure, cholesterol, and cancer medications. Those, I think, are all very popular medications, aren't they? You got blood pressure, cholesterol, weight loss, that's very popular, and cancer, you don't want that. So, they got to create 600 jobs, according to them. Other drug makers, such as Eli Lilly and Roche, have announced new major domestic drug manufacturing facilities in the United States of America. Joined by AstraZeneca CEO Pascal Seurat during Friday's announcement, Trump said that the tariffs influenced the drug makers' decision to expand U.S. manufacturing. And that's I think, what we'd call a good thing. Now, to add to this from last month, and that was kind of a big deal, but the news media did make a big deal out of it because it might make Trump look good and might be what people want, and the news media wants to make sure nobody hears that. But the president is having an event at the White House today. Today, the president having an event at the White House with drug manufacturers to announce yet more reductions in drug prices across the United States. And it's kind of a big deal. I'm not a major pharmaceutical. I try not to, consume more pharmaceuticals than I need. But the thing is, yesterday, the White House announced Trump, Eli Lilly, to announce weight loss drug price cuts on Thursday. That's today. So the President of the United States is, again, and these are these very popular weight loss drugs. U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday is expected to announce a deal with officials from Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, big pharmaceutical companies, on cutting the price of weight loss drugs, in some cases to $150 a month, CBS News reported on Wednesday, citing sources. Now, that's kind of a big deal, as I understand it, because a lot of people are taking it very, very seriously. And I also have a gigantic new announcement from you. I have friends everywhere. My tentacles are everywhere, including in newsrooms. And it turns out that Nancy Pelosi has announced that she will not seek re-election. Nancy Pelosi, she's rich enough, as it turns out, and she will not seek re-election to Congress after nearly 40 years. Seems like more than 40 years, doesn't it? After nearly 40 years in Washington politics. And even CNN fake news is reporting this now. My friend John Matthews, newsman, is reporting this now. Nancy Pelosi, the first and only female Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, who cares, and one of the most powerful figures in Democratic Party politics for decades, has announced she will not seek re-election. This was rumored a week ago, and then it kind of petered out. I say to my colleagues in the House all the time, no matter what title they had bestowed upon me, not them, but me, Speaker, Leader, Whip. She likes Whip best. Her husband likes Whip best, too. She is known at home as the Hammer. That's kind of a different thing. But Nancy Pelosi announcing that she will not be running for re-election, said there has been no greater honor for me than to stand on the House floor and say, I speak for the people of San Francisco. Well, when you're the Speaker of the House, you're supposed to speak, for more people than that. She still doesn't understand the job. It's a good thing that she's losing and leaving. The Nancy Pelosi announces she will not seek re-election to Congress after nearly 40 years in Washington. Kind of a big deal. So that means, gosh, who's gonna be the Democrat? It's gonna be Hakeem. He hates the Jewish people and America and capitalism and Israel, of course. Hakeem Jeffries, the new lead Democrat in the House. He's not a good man. Well, Nancy Pelosi wasn't a good woman either, so, hey, Nancy, good riddance. You can't leave soon enough.
Giving them the ability to cry wolf in a crowded theater.
There's only one Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show.
Man, big wireless is pulling one over on us. It's time to switch to Consumer Cellular. I did, and I'm getting the same fast, reliable, nationwide big wireless coverage without the big wireless cost. But it's not just about saving money on my bill. It's about not getting used by the big carriers. Do you even know how much data you use every month? Most people that are 50 and over use less than 8 gigs of data a month. But Big Wireless wants to shove you into an unlimited plan because they need you to cover the costs of younger people who use a lot more data than you do. So yeah, if you're not using all that data, you're being used. I had enough of that. I went with Consumer Cellular. Consumer Cellular set me up with a phone and a plan, and it was incredibly easy to switch. You call and speak to an actual person, and it only takes about 20 minutes. Just give them a call and make the switch today. Call 1-800-760-0702. That's 1-800-760-0702.
The problem's common. ED. Lots of men deal with it at some point or another. But the excuses? They're getting old. It's just stress from work. I'm tired. It happens to everyone sometimes. Look, ED affects 30 million men. You're not the first person to say these things to yourself. Here's what's actually happening. Your body needs support. Rugiet can help. At Rugiet.com, you can find fast-acting treatments prescribed by real doctors. So you can stop making excuses and start making moves. Visit RUGIET.com/plant to get 15% off your first order. That's RUGIET.com/plant. Use our code so they know we sent you. Rugiet. Get back to the moments that matter.
Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. Visit the Rugiet website for full safety information.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Dealing with the aftermath of a car wreck can leave you feeling stressed. At Ken's Body Works in West End, you'll get collision repair services you can rely on. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, Ken's Body Works specializes in collision repair, body work, custom paint, dent removal, and much more. No job is too big or too small. Ken's certified technicians will have your vehicle back to its factory look and specifications. Call 910-235-0486 for a free estimate today. That's 910-235-0486.
Let More Buildings and Carports build your two-car garage with concrete slab for just $13,900. Right now, take $800 off. Offer in soon. Call 910-684-7200. More Buildings and Carports on US 1 South in Bass.
Looking for a dealership that truly puts you first? Visit Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Whether you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or your current car just needs a little TLC, we've got you covered with the Pinehurst Advantage Plan. You'll get 24/7 roadside assistance. That's 5 years of unlimited coverage, including towing, battery jump starts, and flat tire changes. Plus, with any major service, enjoy a complimentary loaner car so you're never left stranded. With our 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, if you're not completely satisfied within 72 hours of purchasing your new or pre-owned vehicle, just bring it back. It's no wonder for the 3rd year in a row, we've been voted Best of the Pines in 2024 for Best Dealership Service Department. Ready to experience the Pinehurst difference? Visit us online at pinehursttoyota.com or pinehursthyundaiονline.com. Call us at 910-692-2424. Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where quality meets customer care.
Romans 10:17 tells us, "So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God." Join the Calvary Memorial Church service right here on WEEB at 11 a.m. every Sunday morning
and hear the Word of God preached.
Listen to us anywhere on your smartphone or tablet with the TuneIn app, free at your app store. Simply search for WEEB.
I've got Nancy Pelosi posted a video of herself. I want to share with you the abbreviated version of what the nitwit said. She's posted a video saying, "I'm not going to run for re-election." And it's 5 minutes and 50 seconds long. It might as well be 5 hours long. But we actually went through it, and she gets to the point with about 1 minute left, and we'll share that 1 minute with you coming up. Nobody really wants to hear too much from her, let's be honest, except maybe on Stock Tips. Stock Tips, she's very, very popular. Let's go to the telephones, Michael. Let's go. So I'm going to get back to Nancy Pelosi, and we've got a lot going on, President Trump, and rule changes to the Senate filibuster being proposed. I've got that coming up. Let's go to Greg calling from Rockville, Maryland. Oh, Gregory, you're on the Chris Plant Show.
Hey, Chris. Love the show. Thanks for taking my call.
You betcha.
Hey, real quick. Yeah. I wanted to say real quick, with Nancy Pelosi, good riddance. Bye, Nancy. As you've mentioned many times, the debt has exploded under this woman. I mean, she's been there forever. She's a fossil. Her father was the mayor of Baltimore, and I just looked it up while I was waiting to get on with you. If you look it up on New York Post in 2017, they had a story about how he commemorated a Confederate statue in Baltimore. I believe that statue was actually ripped down during the George Floyd riots and thrown into the harbor. So her father was, a creep, and also her brother was the mayor of Baltimore too, and was mired in corruption when he was there too. Real quick about New York, I wanted to say, do you think if Andrew Cuomo looks like John F. Kennedy Jr., do you think he would have gotten elected? Because I think that these Democrats, they're all about looks.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, John F. Kennedy would be elected anywhere, Jr.
This is the Chris Plant Show.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
Call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
From start to finish, we get the job done right. Professional and caring, you're comfortable day or night. We're the local family, you can count on us. Right there, right on time, the ones you come to trust. 4 Seasons Heating and Air. Get comfortable with us.
4 Seasons in West End on Highway 211, 910-235-0606.
Are you looking for an electrician you can trust, or better yet, even get a hold of when you need them? Call F&R Electrical, your local experts for every job, big or small. Whether you have an electrical dilemma or need a light fixture hung, new outlets, or complete home rewire, F&R Electrical handles it all with professionalism and care. Our licensed electricians are ready to make your home safer, brighter, and more efficient. Don't wait. For reliable service and free estimates, call F&R Electrical today at 910-986-2959. F&R Electrical, powering your home, lighting your life.
At Aloha Safari Park, you can experience the thrill of the savannah from the comfort of your own vehicle. Cruise through their drive-through park and encounter majestic animals like zebras, water buffaloes, bears, wolves, and more. And don't forget to come inside once your ride is over to explore all the other animals Aloha Safari Park has. Plus, get your chance to feed the animals like giraffes. Open Wednesday through Monday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Let your wild adventure begin at Aloha Safari Park, 159 Minnie Lane in Cameron.
Since 1980, Roberts Golf Shop has been the trusted name for golfers in the Sandhills. Professionals with expert help for your game. We deliver outstanding value on both new and pre-owned clubs. We provide custom fittings, reliable repairs, junior clubs, and apparel. Visit Roberts Golf at Highway 1 North in Aberdeen or explore our full selection online at robertsgolf.com.
Hi, this is Katherine Phelps, owner of Appliances and More. This Christmas season, we're celebrating you, our customers, with a Christmas Eve appliance giveaway. Stop by our store in the Town & Country Shopping Center in Aberdeen and sign up to win one of 3 amazing prizes: a Frigidaire upright freezer, an Electrolux front-loaded washer and dryer set, or the new Frigidaire electric slide-in range with the fresh baked pizza option. It's our way of saying thank you for your support and friendship all year long. No purchase necessary. See store for details.
Football is back, and Char Bar 7 is the ultimate spot for food, friends, and to catch the game. With a casual yet upscale vibe, you'll feel right at home indulging in their perfectly cooked burgers and seared steaks, all while catching every NFL game with their NFL Sunday ticket. Char Bar 7 also offers a variety of dishes like fresh seafood, chicken, signature salads, and sandwiches. So if you're looking for a great place to relax, eat some food, hang out with friends, and watch some football, we invite you to visit Char Bar 7, located at 100 Pavilion Way in Southern Pines.
Merry Christmas from the Dorita Porter State Farm Agency in Southern Pines. We would like to thank all of our wonderful customers for placing their trust in us. We wish you and your family peace, love, and happiness this holiday season, and a Happy New Year.
From everyone at Hughes Supply of Pinehurst, we'd like to say thank you for your continued loyalty and faith in us. Put your feet up and have a well-deserved rest this Thanksgiving, and let every day of the holiday season be filled with joy. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Good Thursday morning. We start your day with clear skies and temperatures at around 50 degrees. We'll see plenty of sunshine throughout your Thursday. Highs this afternoon will reach the mid-60s. Then overnight, we'll have clear skies with temperatures by Friday morning chilly in the upper 30s and low 40s. Some patchy frost is possible. Then for your Friday, plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Highs will reach to around 70. A warmer weekend with a chance for rain, then chillier in the next week. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
WEEB. We've got you by the ears.
Sometimes I too am a Catholic.
Never talks about or advances anything that the Catholic Church might agree with, but never mind that. The organ harvest is more important, and of course transgender children, very important to the Democrat Party. Coming to Virginia because they've got a governor and a lieutenant governor, and they've got this lunatic. Speaking of which, did you see Jay Jones, the new chief law enforcement officer of the Commonwealth of Virginia? Video has emerged of him trying to kick a dog. See this? And he's trying to, a middle-aged woman walking with her dog on a leash, and it's a little dog, ankle high. And here is the Democrat running for Attorney General of Virginia. And I think it was at the polling place on Election Day. And he came out, and this woman is walking by with her little dog, her little furry dog on a leash. And there's Jay Jones, and he sees the dog, and he tries to punt the dog. It wasn't quite a punt, but he tried to kick the dog with his wingtip shoes and tried to kick him in the ribs from the side. And the dog started to get away, and the dog's looking at him like, what are you doing? And so he missed the kick because he's not well coordinated. And he bent over, and with his left hand, he grabbed the side of the dog and flung the dog off to the side. And then he pulled out a small pistol, and he only had 2 bullets. So he put 2 bullets through his head while he was yelling the name of a Republican leader in the House of Representatives in Richmond. These people. He's the incoming Democrat, and he did try to kick the dog, and then they're lying about it. And I found a fact checker that's lying about it today too, because that's what fact checkers do. They're Democrats, and so they lie. So many of them. You have Democrat fact checkers, and they lie about everything. That's the way they see their role in the world. All right, now, speaking of liars, let's get to Nancy Pelosi, because we learned not so long ago, really just minutes ago, that Nancy Pelosi has announced, and she posted a video of herself, naturally, with no stock tips included, meaning she's worthless to all of us. A 5-minute, 50-second video. It's like, politically, it's like Gone with the Wind. It just goes on and on and on. And if you were to go, and I wouldn't recommend it, if you were to go 4 minutes and 50 seconds into the 5-minute, 50-second video, you would see, if you're watching the video, you would hear, if you're listening to the audio, Nancy Pelosi saying this.
I have truly loved serving as your voice in Congress.
There's music.
And I've always honored the Song of St. Francis.
No, you haven't.
It would make me an instrument of thy peace.
Oh,
the
right.
anthem of our city.
An instrument of
that
our peace.
That is why I want you, my fellow San Franciscans, to be the first to know. I will not be seeking re-election to Congress.
They'll be the first to know.
With a grateful heart, I look forward to my final year of service as your proud representative.
She lies in there. She's San Francisco, not the first to know. Videos posted online. Everybody's the first to know. That's how that works now. And what was the first one? She talks about how she's a fake Catholic and, all this stuff. She lies right to the bitter end. I got to say, in the end, 100 years from now, her tombstone will be a lie. There's going to be something about her tombstone that'll have to be a lie. Now, we were checking this out this morning, and we started talking. It's like she's talking about how she's an instrument of peace, except for all the riots in San Francisco and the looting, and you can't go anywhere, and all the dead bodies on the sidewalk, and the homeless, transgender, mentally ill people who are collecting welfare every month. If they fall into one of these 135 different gender categories, But Nancy Pelosi, she is a harbinger of peace.
I have truly loved serving as your voice in Congress, and I've always honored the Song of St. Francis.
You have?
It would make me an instrument of thy peace, the anthem of our city.
And now we go live to San Francisco.
You, my fellow San Franciscans, to be the first to know. I will not be seeking re-election to Congress.
You're not be seeking re-election. The crowd went wild.
Service as your proud representative.
The crowd went absolutely wild when they heard that Nancy Pelosi would not be seeking re-election to Congress. And the Song of St. Francis, she's a messenger of peace. And then, they looted every drugstore and every stores and corporate